Hello, guys and gals, animal friends and spirit pals. Welcome to my channel. Thanks for being here, guys. I'm feeling a lot of gratitude and feeling very thankful to have all of you as my internet friends and my spiritual family. I am just really grateful for that. That's something that's been created for me over the past, 6 to 8 months. Really this year's creation, really. And I'm just very, very grateful for it. I'm really feeling grateful for it. And so, thank you guys, one and all. Thank you to all my new subscribers. I really appreciate you for being here and for hearing about me and checking me out. If you guys are new here, be sure to check out the playlist because there you'll see different categories of videos that I've done. Some of them will be focused on Pan and his energy. Some will be focused on Djwhal Khul and his energy. Some will just be focused on joy. Some will be focused on the animals. Some are just spiritual chats. There's all different categories. So if you go to those playlists, you'll be able to more easily find something that might resonate with you. And I hope you check some things out and find something that suits you or serves you in some way, maybe encourages you or enlightens you in some way, energizes you, or just entertains you. That'd be great too. There's some Granny Manny videos in a category there too. So check it out and see what you can find. Today I was busy wrapping some presents, trying to get some boxes packed together so that I can get them shipped out here by tomorrow so they can get to my friends in California before Christmas. And doing some other things, like I had to go to the post office and mail off another gift that I already had packed. And it's kind of a busy time of year, and got a lot to do, and I notice what helps me in this season is to tune in to that live energy of love and joy that comes through the earth plane really strongly at this time of year or during this season. It's this really pronounced, focused energy of love and joy. Now, love and joy go together like a horse and carriage. They're companion energies. They support one another and feed one another. And so, if you're getting overly anxious or feeling overwhelmed or a little out of balance and stuff like that, you can just take a moment and breathe that energy in. It's like it's right there. This joy and love energy. Just take a minute here with me right now, if you would. And here comes Pan. He's going to help usher that energy in a way that's more accessible to us all, more recognizable. So just take a breath here and say, I'm breathing in love and joy directly from the Creator. Let it come on in. It's knocking there on your crown, right at the top of your head. We'll go ahead and lift that up. Let that energy come sprinkling in. It kind of sprinkles and twinkles. We're looking specifically at the joy energy. Now, it's always companioned with love, but we really want to focus on joy because we're looking to lift the energy up, make it lighter, enlighten it. And joy is a great aspect of the Creator which helps us do that. So just bringing that on in. It's in the third eye now, really twinkling and blinkling, and it's like fizzy, effervescent, Maybe sounds like it's giggling or, babbling, like the way water makes a little laughing noise as it runs over rocks. It's got this little giggly noise. And now it's really just tickling around in her third eye area. That whole area where we can see, hear, feel with our inner senses, those senses that are connected directly to Source. Let this joy energy go in there so that our thoughts, our ideas, our inspirations, our creative energy, imagination is sprinkled with a joyful energy. Sprinkling it all in the third eye area there. There we go. We'll bring it on down into the throat as well. Joyful energy right from Source, coming in through the crown, down past the third eye and into the throat. Again, coloring our words, our expressions with joy, happiness, fun, satisfaction. There's a wholeness. You feel at one with life, at one with the Creator, at one with each other, with nature, the animals. There's a oneness that comes. And you can express that joyfully with your voice. Express this connection you have to all life and how wonderful and joyful that is, that you and all of life are one and the same, that you and the Creator are one and the same. You're learning with each day how to realize your full true self more and more and more each moment of every day. There we go. Let's go ahead and bring that joy energy into the heart center, please. Bubbling and crackling and popping, happy little giggles there in the heart. That goes out in all directions. We're going to send love with joy out in all directions. Joy to the world. Going forward, greeting whoever we come in contact with joy, love, acknowledgement. The God in me recognizes the God in you. Use your breath and let that energy move out in all directions from your heart center. Breathe it out. With your intention, you can intend to identify, relate, pull in joy into your vehicle, and then send it out to everything you come in contact with. So you're channeling joy. Ha 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 ha. Good, and then on into the solar plexus, this beautiful creation center that you have, your creative machine. You want to throw a bunch of joy energy right into that solar plexus center so that our creations, our manifestations are made with joy. You always want to include that in all of your manifestation and creation work. Without joy, it's empty. Without love, without source. And these three energies, these three words, source, love, joy, are interchangeable. God is joy. God is love. You are God. You are joy. You are love. Acknowledge it. Relish in it. Enjoy it. Be it. Let's go on down into the polarity chakra, so right below your navel and above the groin. This energy, this area where we typically balance male and female, positive, negative, God, goddess energies. It's a place to balance the two, bring two into one. Divide the one into two so you can more readily realize that it's actually just one. And again, filling it with this joy energy. There we go. We'll go ahead and pull it into the root, down the legs, and into the earth, giving this beautiful energy of joy from Source to Mother Earth. There's plenty of it to go around, just like love. There's no shortage. It's abundant energy. It's unlimited. Unlimited joy, unlimited love, unlimited creation. When you acknowledge and realize your connection to Spirit, to God, all things are possible. And when you acknowledge and seek out this relationship joyfully, with fun, with a lightness to your step, an excitement in your heart, a sense of adventure, of exploring and realizing more fully who you came here to be. And joy will always help you in any of those endeavors. Now, this energy of joy and love is more pronounced now than at other times in the year. It comes through as the seasons move and change again. So from fall, harvest, into the winter season, there's an extra blanket of love and joy that comes over the earth and settles in with humanity as you prepare to go into hibernation, as it were, into retreat, incubation, settling in for a cozy night's sleep in which you invent, attract, create new ideas, new adventures, new activities for the coming year, for the next year. Now, I know for most of you, if not nearly all of you, this past year has been not the most fun, and many of you have experienced loss, pain, isolation, confusion, all kinds of things like that. So it's not really been the most, oh boy, kind of energy. But I want you to know that even when times are dark, it's always okay, it's always appropriate to still allow yourself some joy. You know, when they say, well, there's nothing else to do but just laugh about it. Things have gotten so horrible, all I can do is laugh. Now, that's not bad advice, just to go, oh, for frick's sake, this is ridiculous, and just, laugh about it. And be glad that you're still hanging in there, you're still here, you're still keeping your commitment to be here and live through this change on the earth and make it real, make it realized here. So we're thankful, we're grateful that we've made it to this point. And sing, have a good time, really get into this season of giving and receiving, and enjoy it. Enjoy that you're alive on the earth. Enjoy that you're awakening and that you're realizing who you are more and more each day, and that's a joyful thing. There are those that haven't started that, or haven't joined in that revolution of evolution. So be happy, be grateful, be glad that you are in the evolution revolution, and that you're a vital and important, unique player. It brings me great joy to see each and every one of you doing your best and hanging in there. All right, my friends, I'm going to step aside. Thank you for being here with me today. Until the next time. Okay, guys, how about that? I know that Christians like to say Jesus is the reason for the season, but actually the season is the reason for the season. Before Christianity came into being, we celebrated the Winter Solstice at this time, and that was the celebration. Christianity came in and sort of, what do you call it? Took it and tried to make it something different, something to fit their needs. So you have to remember, Christianity is man's creation. And of course, all creation comes from God, but it is an ego creation. And in the beginning, several years after Jesus died, men got together and began to figure out this thing called religion and Christianity, and they devised these rules and regulations, many of which were centered on fear rather than love. Now, when Christianity or any religion serves you and encourages you to be and express more love, then it's good and it works for you, and yay. For me, I had to step away from religion because it was more about using Christianity or using the church or using religion as a way to say, God has given me permission to judge you as less than me, as worse than us, as different than me, separate from me. And my church gives me reasons to believe this. And of course, those reasons are all based on fear. And the reason man put all this fear into the Bible, like that we're sinners and we're guilty and we're horrible and blah, 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 blah. And the reason that was put in and preached and taught was really to enslave people. Now, I know that sounds funky, but it was a way to keep people unempowered. So if you can convince people that they're not godly, that they're not connected to source, that they're just sinners and bad, and they need some religious leader to do stuff for them or to show them a way instead of being able to find it through their own vehicle, That's a way to keep you down and keep you dependent on someone else rather than depending on Source to care for you and your loved ones. So that's something to think about. And also that this time of year is a perfectly wonderful time for you to celebrate winter. Celebrate the winter solstice. Celebrate that change of energies again. Moving from gratitude, moving from abundance, moving from harvest, into retreat, meditation, prayer, thought, communion with Spirit, with the Creator, and forming new ideas, new creative endeavors to move into as the year progresses, as the new year comes and you progress into it. Now that's the same energy that's been around since the beginning, and humans have always tuned into that and celebrated that in one form or another. And then Christianity came in and said, oh, this is a good celebration time. Let's take it and put our name on it and try to take it over, wipe out that dedication and love of the earth and the earth energies, and let's put our spin on it. We'll put our little spin on it. And then they did that same thing with the spring equinox, and they spun it again to be Easter. And of course, these dates, like December 25th, isn't the day that Jesus was born, and those dates don't really aren't the actual dates, So they put them in this time that we're already in a celebration mode, and they reclaimed them. They kind of claimed them as their own. So, whether you use this time of year to celebrate your religion or to celebrate the seasonal change, it's up to you, Now, I've said, over and over here that I don't have anything against religion as long as it serves you. But if you're using religion as a way to give you permission to judge others or to strike out at others, to disown others, to feel like you're not related to others, then you're off course. That's not God encouraging you to do that. That's a man. That's ego encouraging you to separate from the rest of the world, to feel above, to feel different, to feel better, to feel more Christian, to feel more godly. My belief in Christianity is more important than your Jewish beliefs, because I do it on the 25th. Oh, I have 8 days of giving. My thing is different. The Christian church is different than the Baptist church, that's different than the Pentecost church, that's different from the Catholic church, that's different from the Jewish synagogue, that's different from, Arab beliefs and religions, or Buddhist beliefs, and all those roads lead to God if you choose it. They can also lead you to confusion, chaos, hatred, judgment, and fear. Your pursuit of God and realizing the Creator fully should make you feel happy, lifted, loving, joyful. And if your belief system, if your religious beliefs aren't lifting you up, you might want to reevaluate those beliefs and then change them to something that does lift you up, not bring you down, not make you feel unworthy, guilty, a failure, a disappointment, inadequate. Alone. Reevaluate where you're putting your belief system. And change it so that it serves you to your highest good. You know, you feel good about it, about your beliefs. Now, if you can get people afraid enough, you can control them. And that's what, you know, people who are really focused in on their ego, and that's what they know, and that's what they believe, and that's what they go about doing. You can make people so afraid that they'll do all kinds of things that they would never even think of doing. You know, right today you can see people are so afraid that they will eat dirt and drink water from a bog that's filled with poison and arsenic, and they will drink that as if that's logical or is a common sense thing to do, because they're so riddled in fear that they'll start just believing in anything that comes their way. There's no help in discerning what's true and what's not true. They're so clouded, so confused in fear and chaos that it becomes hard to see that eating dirt might not be the answer. They're so convinced and believe so strongly in fear and that others are out to get them that certainly a doctor wouldn't be trying to help them. That's evil. I've decided doctors are evil and they're only trying to kill me. It'd be better for me to eat dirt. If you can rile people up, get them all up in their negative feelings and emotions, scare them to pieces, you can convince them to do all kinds of things they wouldn't normally do, because they're running in fear. They're running on fear, not love. They're ignoring their connection to source and running on fear. And what is fear? It's the absence of love. It's the absence of God. You know, the apparent absence. God is in everything. But if you're so surrounded with fear and confusion and chaos, you can't see it. You can't recognize it. It doesn't feel like it's there. Then it doesn't matter, you know. You're so riddled and covered in fear and fear thinking that you just can't see out of it. And that same energy that reached down to me and reaches down to you is there available for every single soul. Nobody's left out. You just have to look up, ask God, ask the Creator, whatever you like to call it, to show you the way that works best for you. And I would encourage you to go directly to the source. And ask it. Okay, my friends. Okay, guys. I hope that was helpful and that you enjoyed it. And I'll talk to you next time. Okay? Bye-bye, guys.